Welcome back, Night Owls. You're tuned into W5P Midnight Whispers, the show that keeps you company when the world goes quiet. I'm DJ Manny Midnight, and tonight, as always, I'm joined behind the scenes by my trusted call screener, Lisa. If you've ever wondered how I know what's coming, it's because Lisa's got ears sharper than a bat and instincts like a bloodhound. Thank her for picking the best calls, screening all the ghouls out, and keeping the weird flowing. And remember, we take calls from all around the English-speaking world and beyond. But tonight, we've got a big backlog of calls. You can still try to contact us on the usual number for W5P but we're not giving it out tonight because we are full. So, dim the lights, settle in, and let the whispers begin.
W5P Talk Radio and Midnight Whispers are sponsored by Peaceful Pillows, the only pillows used by NASA astronauts with anti-gravity technology. Fix your sleep today. Buy Peaceful Pillows.
Okay then, Lisa, who's our first caller?
Our first caller is Carla from Pine Barrens, New Jersey.
We're starting off the night on the East Coast. Lisa hasn't given me any other details about this call, but I can already guess what this could be about. Carla, you're on Midnight Whispers. What's screaming in the trees over there?
Hi, Manny. I live near Batstow Village, right in the heart of the Barrens in New Jersey.
Right in the heart of the Barrens, huh? You know, I used to live over that way a few years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yep. I lived kind of right on the edge of the Barrens in a little place called Red Lion just off the intersection between Routes 70 and 206. It's not considered the edge of the Barrens anymore because the Barrens is a lot smaller than it used to be, but yep, lived there.
Red Lion? Yeah, I know that place well. I used to go there with my parents to the farmers markets every Sunday.
No way. It's a small world. Okay then, Carla, are you going to tell us what I think you're going to tell us?
Yep, that's right. Some people around here talk about the Jersey Devil like it's a joke, but it's not.
I don't know what it's like over there these days, but when I lived in New Jersey, most people certainly didn't treat it like a joke. So have you seen it?
I saw it, I heard it, and I've seen what it leaves behind. This happened recently around last fall. I was hiking with my brother. We took a trail that loops around an old cranberry bog. Around dusk, we heard something. A scream. Not human, not animal. It echoed, long and high. My brother thought it may have been a fox, but I've heard foxes. This was different.
Oh my God, what did you do?
Well, we kept walking, but the woods got quiet. Too quiet. You know how they say it in books and in movies, but it really was just like that. I can't remember if there was any wind before, but whatever noise that was there before, it all just stopped completely.
You know, I don't want to interrupt the flow of your story, but I've been in a situation just like you've described, when it's like the noise just gets sucked out all around you in the forest, and it really is a chilling experience. But please continue.
Yeah, yep, so you'll know exactly how me and my brother were feeling when it happened.
Yeah, very creepy.
Well, just at that moment we actually saw it. The shape, in the trees, the wings, the long legs, the horns, everything.
You're kidding, right?
No, I really wish I wasn't, because it was the ugliest and most horrifying thing I've ever seen.
I bet. I remember seeing images of the thing all around that area of New Jersey. It looks monstrous.
Yeah, you know, Manny, I saw all those same images too. I mean, I literally grew up with them. But they never looked real. I mean, it never seemed something like that could actually exist. I used to think the images of it looked ridiculous, actually.
So, are most of those images that you see, you know, all around New Jersey, I mean, are those images accurate?
100%.
100% accurate, you mean?
100% accurate, Manny, 100%.
Wow, is that so?
Yeah.
Okay, so just for some of our viewers who may be less than familiar with the legend of the Jersey Devil, can you describe these images for us, Carla?
The images are just how me and my brother saw it. Long, weird legs with like backward-facing kneecaps. A weird long face, I mean, it was dark, so I don't know if it was a snout or what, but it kind of did look like a horse's head, as they say. And the wings and horns.
It had it all then, huh?
It had it all, that's right.
But what if it was actually just, you know, one of these cardboard cutouts that are dotted all over New Jersey that you saw? and that's in fact why it resembled it so much.
No way.
No way?
Absolutely not, Manny. That thing was moving.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. 100% sure. Yeah. It was dark, but it was a living, breathing thing, and it was the scariest experience I've ever had in my life. It was the scariest experience that my brother ever had in his life, too.
Is your brother there with you now? Can he reach the phone?
My brother's not with me now. He's driving, long haul, although he might be listening to the show as we speak as a matter of fact.
Well, Carla's brother, if you're out there listening to us and you can get in touch, please do so and Lisa will put you at the top of the line, but if you can't tonight. Carla, could you get your brother to contact the show another time and tell us the story from his point of view?
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
That's great. I'm sure there are a lot of people who are eager to hear more about this story. But let's get back on track. So you saw the thing, and you're still alive with us today to tell us about it. So then what happened after you spotted it?
Well, it was moving on the branch, but it didn't approach us or anything. It just stared. We just turned and ran, got back to the car, didn't speak the whole drive home.
I assume you and your brother spoke with each other about it since then?
Yeah, and we ruled out all the other things that it could have been.
Did anyone else see it?
Well, a week later, our neighbor was out that same way, and he found a deer carcass. He brought it back, completely torn apart. No tracks. It looked like something dropped it from the sky. He was convinced it was mauled by the devil.
Well, you know people say the Jersey Devil only shows up when something's wrong.
I thought that was the Mothman.
Well, Lisa, you're right, and the funny thing is that they say the same about the devil here in New Jersey.
Yep, it's very strange.
But then if they do things like maul animals, we're back to some kind of physical creature. It just seems so eerie, and none of it makes any sense, right?
Maybe these things will always be outside human understanding. Maybe they're supposed to be that way. Well, thank you very much for calling in tonight, Carla. Let's hope we hear back from you and your brother again soon. And if you're out there living in New Jersey, make sure you lock up your windows and doors tonight. Heck, if you're out there living in West Virginia, out around Point Pleasant where the Mothman prowls, you better do the same. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
It's 2 a.m. You're awake. Again. Why not make it worth it? Night Owl Coffee. Roasted for the restless. Bold enough to keep you company. Smooth enough to let you dream. Night Owl Coffee.
Need a ride through the fog? Midnight Motors has you covered. Our spectral fleet runs on moonlight and regret. No license required, just whisper your destination. Midnight Motors, driving the dreamers home.
Tired of tossing and turning? Peaceful pillows are engineered with space-age technology and a touch of mystery. Each pillow is infused with the sound of distant rain and the scent of forgotten dreams. Peaceful pillows, where comfort meets the unknown.
Right, guys, we are back. We're getting deeper into the night, and we are ready for more interesting stories from callers across America and around the world. You know, that Carla really got me thinking. I lived in New Jersey a few years back when I was a younger man, and hearing her story brought a lot of those memories back to me. I was working for a much smaller radio station at the time. I didn't have any money, but a lot of hopes and dreams for what was to come. But you know, I distinctly remember some nights coming home after a late show or after a beer with my buddies, walking through those endless trees that cover New Jersey, hearing a strange noise and thinking, this is it. Manny, your life will be over tonight and all those dreams will never come to fruition. I mean, look, some may laugh, but for many of the people who live in New Jersey, many of whom are descendants of the first settlers that came to America, or even older, some who have the blood of the original Indians of that area in their veins, the Jersey Devil is a real force to be reckoned with. Right, Lisa, who do we have next on the show?
We're heading back into the woods because we have Rick on the line from Forks, Washington.
So we've been dragged back into those deep, dark, scary woods, huh? You know we have theme nights, and then every now and then we have a night that ends up becoming a theme night. Is tonight going to be all about those scary things that lurk among the trees? Rick, you're on Midnight Whispers. What's rustling out there in the dark?
Hey, Manny, I'm a first-time caller, but I'm a long-time listener. It's great to be finally on the air with you.
Thanks for being with us, Rick. So what have you got to tell us tonight?
Yeah, I've got something weird for you. I've lived in Forks my whole life. Logging town, rainy, quiet. But the woods, they're not always quiet.
Go on. What happened?
This was about 10 years ago. I was working a logging site deep in the Olympic National Forest. One morning we found a tree, massive cedar, snapped clean in half. Not cut, snapped. No storm, no wind, just broken. We thought maybe a bear, but the break was 12 feet off the ground.
Yeah, that's high. Definitely too high for a bear.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then we started hearing things. At night, heavy footsteps, branches cracking. One guy swore he saw something watching us from the ridge. Tall, broad, covered in hair.
Did you see it?
Not at first, but one night I stayed late. Had to finish some paperwork. I heard breathing. Deep, slow. I turned on my flashlight and saw eyes. Reflecting. 8 feet up. Then it moved. Fast. Too fast for something that big. I ran to my truck. Locked the doors. Didn't sleep that night.
Did it come back?
Yes. A few nights later, we found footprints. Huge. Bare. One of the guys quit. Said he wasn't going to be Bigfoot bait. I stayed, but I never went out alone again. Locals say it's been around for decades. They call it the timber thing. They say it's not aggressive, just watching.
Just watching who?
Just watching us, I guess.
Rick, sounds like something ancient is still walking those woods, still walking and watching. Thanks for sharing that.
Thanks for having me on the show, Manny.
No problem. You take care and have a good night. Okay, Lisa, who's next on the show?
Next up is Travis from Tonopah, Nevada.
Well, it looks like it's not going to be a theme night after all because we're heading out to the desert tonight to Nevada. Tonopah, huh? That's deep country, and that's not too far from us, as a matter of fact. Travis, you're on Midnight Whispers. What's keeping you up?
Hey, Manny. Yeah, I've been meaning to call for a while. I've got a story. It's not your usual ghost tale, but it's something I can't explain.
We like the unexplained. Go ahead, Travis. Start wherever you need to. We're all ears.
So I work nights at a mining site just outside Tonopah. It's remote, miles of nothing but rock and dust. About 6 months ago, I was driving back from a shift. It was around 3:30 a.m., no moon, no wind, just stars and silence. I was coming down a stretch called Dry Gulch Road. It's a dirt path that cuts through a canyon. That's when I saw them. Lights, hovering, not moving, just there.
What kind of lights? Headlights? Flashlights?
Number. These were different. 3 of them. Pale blue, about 30 feet off the ground. I stopped the truck, got out. The lights didn't move, didn't flicker. I walked toward them. I don't know why. Curiosity, I guess. As I got closer, I felt something. Like pressure in my chest. My ears started ringing.
Pressure? Like altitude sickness?
Maybe. But I've never felt anything like it. Then the lights shifted. Not moved. Shifted. Like they bent the air around them. I saw something in the center. A shape. Tall. Thin. Not human. I froze. Couldn't move. My body just locked up. Then I heard a sound. Not with my ears. With my head. It said, "You are not ready." I blacked out.
Wait, you passed out right there?
Yeah. Woke up in the truck. Engine off. Lights gone. I checked my watch. It was 5:12 a.m. I'd lost almost 2 hours. I went back the next day. No signs, no tracks, but my truck's dash cam had been wiped. Just static. For 2 hours.
That's intense. Did you tell anyone?
Told my supervisor. He said, "You're not the first." Apparently, that stretch of road has a history. Lights. Missing time. One guy quit after seeing something crawl across the sky. Said it wasn't flying. It was crawling.
Have you seen anything since?
Once. About a month ago. Same lights. But this time they didn't come close. Just hovered. Then vanished. I haven't driven that road since. I take the long way now.
Travis, that's one of the most chilling encounters we've had. Thank you for sharing it. And hey, if those lights come back, maybe don't walk toward them next time.
Yeah, lesson learned.
Well, thanks for sharing that story with us, Travis. It was a real change of pace from our other callers tonight. Let's take a quick break for our sponsors, and we'll be right back with some more late-night strangeness.
Tired of silence? Echo-tone radios pick up more than just stations. Tune in to forgotten frequencies, ghost broadcasts, and the occasional whisper from beyond. Echo-tone, because some signals never die.
Sleep deeper, dream longer. Dream Vault. Sleep capsules are infused with neural mist and memory foam from the future. Wake up refreshed or somewhere else entirely. Dream Vault, rest like you've never rested before.
Feeling peckish in the paranormal hours? Spectre snacks are the only treats approved by ghosts, cryptids, and late-night hosts, available in Fogberry, Moon Mint, and Ectoplasm Crunch. Spectre snacks. Feed your otherworldly cravings.
Okay, guys, we're back for the final leg of the night. Lisa, who do we have on the line?
We have Jordan from Bar Harbor in Maine.
All right, Lisa's patched through a call from Jordan in Maine. Jordan, you're on W5OOK Midnight Whispers Talk Radio. What's keeping you up tonight?
Hi, Manny. Yeah, I live near the coast, not far from an old decommissioned lighthouse. It's been shut down for decades, but locals still talk about it. They say it's haunted. I didn't believe it until last winter.
Go on, what happened?
It was late December. I was walking my dog along the cliffs. Snow was falling, wind was calm. I looked up at the lighthouse and saw a light. Not bright, just a faint glow from the top. I thought maybe someone had broken in. So I climbed up the path to check it out.
You went inside?
Yeah. The door was unlocked. I stepped in and the air was heavy, like the pressure dropped. I climbed the spiral stairs. Every step creaked. When I reached the top, the light was gone. But there was a man standing there. He was facing the window, hands behind his back. Dressed in an old keeper's coat, I said, "Hello?" He turned. His face was pale. Eyes empty. He didn't speak. Just stared. Then he raised one hand and pointed out to sea.
Did you see him looking at anything out there?
Fog, thick. But then I saw a ship, barely visible. It looked wrong, like it was from another time. I blinked, and both the man and the ship were gone. I ran down the stairs, got outside. The light was off. I asked around. An old fisherman said, "You saw the keeper. He still watches for the Maribel. She sank in 1892. They say he never left."
Jordan, that's a haunting with history. Thank you for sharing it, and maybe stay off the cliffs after dark. Sometimes I genuinely don't know if they're real callers or whether they're practicing for Broadway. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight here on W5POOK. Big thanks to all our callers, Carla from New Jersey, Rick from Washington, Travis from Nevada, and Jordan from Maine, for sharing stories that'll stick with us long after the lights go out. And of course, thanks to Lisa, our call screener, who keeps the lines flowing and the weirdness organized. She's the real gatekeeper of the night. If you're still awake, maybe you're wondering what's out there. Maybe you've seen something yourself. If you have, call us next time. Until then, keep your eyes open, your lights low, and your mind wide. I'm Manny, and this has been Midnight Whispers on W5POOK, broadcasting from somewhere in Nevada to everywhere the night reaches. Sleep well, dream deep, and remember, some whispers never fade.